favorite ham radio vendor, if you don't know, for radios is Icom, because I just love their ease of use and how intuitive the menu systems are. So I made sure to stop by the Icom booth and tell these guys thank you for building such a great product that I love to use. And I think you guys would love it too. So just got done over at the Icom booth, and Ray Novak and the boys from Icom and Lloyd was there. Thank you, Lloyd, for the invite. And we got to see the new ID-5200. I'm pretty sure it's ID-5200. And Ray was just touching it and going through some settings and stuff like that. And I'm gonna put a picture of it right here and some video. And I must say, guys, I'm really excited for the 5200 for whoever wants a new mobile VHF UHF rig. It was super cool. And then I overheard Ray saying that it auto dims the light now too on the screen. And I think that's gonna be probably my favorite feature about the rig, because when I travel with my 5100 now at night, I sometimes have to turn down the dimming on the rig because it's just too bright. So now we're gonna get an auto dim and whatnot. And then he mentioned that there's some features and stuff that'll be coming with firmware upgrades and whatnot. So I don't want to speak for them, but I'm sure they're going to release details soon about it. But they couldn't give us an accurate time frame as of now when we're going to see it, but I'm sure we'll see it soon within the next year. And yeah, I'm super excited about it. It looks like it's the same form factor as a 5100, sorry. Maybe the screen's a little bit bigger from what I could tell, but it looks like the body's the same size, so that's a good thing. So yeah, guys, I'm super excited about the 5200.
I'm gonna have to ask Ray what the difference A and E is. Oh, it's probably American and Europe version. Maybe that's.
Look at that, GPS, got dual band on both sides. Feels really nice. Buttons feel great. Nice rubber on the touch. Look at that. And it's active.
And you can also use the buttons down here.
Oh wow, just like a 7300.
You can just like 7200. You can do GPS position.
Well, we're probably not
It will
gonna get
do 12 satellites too, by the way.
12 satellites, huh?
So, yeah.
Looks like we got a micro USB in the front.
USB-C.
USB-C. We got the SD card in the front.
And an 8-pin.
8-pin, okay.
Yeah, for your microphone.
Okay, and then we got the control head cable like the last one, and we got the, we got a new
multiple places, so
wow.
It will have magnets here, okay?
Yep.
You can also do your 4 if you hit the,
yeah.
Also just a standard stud.
That's super light too.
Super light.
That's awesome. Beautiful rig. Oops. And there's my old tried and true
5100. Look at that.
I mean, yeah, look at the size. That's just yeah, look at that. Right next to each other, guys. That's going to be a huge difference in size. Look at that. Such a good upgrade for the 5100.
Model.
Man, that's going to be awesome.
Mag mount. Yep.
Mag mount, yeah, and everything. Guys, Julian from HRO over here. We're talking about the size comparison on these two rigs. And it looks like they're almost, this one's a little bit thinner, it looks like, the actual base unit. And it's just by a millimeter probably. And what about the length, Julian? Does it look like it's, they're about this, yeah, they're identical, yeah. So maybe our eyes are just old and the size is identical for both of them.
Yeah, I think it's an optical illusion caused by our poor eyesight.
Yeah, our poor eyesight.
Right, I don't know what I did to this radio, but... Yeah,
so we got a waterfall, huh?
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's go down to ham bands at least. See if I can... Oh, that's not what I needed to do. I just keep spinning the dial. There we go.
Right.
What was that? I don't know what kind of antenna this is connected to.
It's connected to some something.
Yeah.
Oh, right up top there.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Let's go down a little bit.
Want a chance to get on that simplex?
Yeah, that's right. Oh.
Wait, there we go. Look at that, guys. Nice and loud speaker.
Yeah, you can hear it in here.
Oh yeah, loud and clear.
Nice looking waterfall.
Yeah.
Change the waterfall.
Oh, come on in, Paul.
You guys are fine. It's fine.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
changing frequencies.
Oh, we're just checking out the waterfall.
I didn't want to give you back. I didn't want to give you feedback.
All right. Cool.
Pretty cool. I never thought we'd see a waterfall in that thing, but there it is.
We got good video right here.
Oh yeah. Is that available online?
Yes, sir, it is. Video's available online. So, yeah, you can. This is really good video.
Ray is currently showing off the ID-5200 to everybody. We'll go by and get a look at it later. But look at all the smiles on everybody's faces checking that rig out. We got to check it out yesterday a little bit at the media event, and it was a nice, beautiful color display, dual band capabilities on each side, just like the 5100, and even had a touch screen, and it also had auto dimming as well. So, and more features and specs to come as the days go on. Funny enough, Ray just looked at me when he started talking about the 5100 and how the 5200 has the GPS and it has the near repeater scanning, which is my favorite feature in the 5100. So it's the only mobile rig that I know of that can do that right now. And it's my most favorite feature in my mobile 5100, and that's why I've had one for so long, is it makes it so easy when you're traveling. You just hit that scan button and you can see all of your near repeaters, and it just makes my life so much easier. So whoever designed that feature at Icom, thank you, and I'm looking forward to using it in the 5200. Guys, Ray just confirmed there's going to be a TNC in the radio, and yeah, I know a lot of people are asking about that, and that's going to be super exciting. Another thing that's going to make everybody happy is APRS is coming to the 5200. Ray confirmed it. APRS is coming to the 5200. Awesome. So guys, that about wraps up this video checking out the Icom ID-5200 at Hamvention. And I must say, I'm super excited to get my hands on this rig. It's definitely going to replace my 5100 that I have now. Not because, there's anything wrong with the 5100, just I'm excited to get some new features and I'm excited to get a color screen. So if you guys feel like the 5100 would still be a good fit for you guys, by all means, pick one up on a great deal. But I'll be looking forward to the 5200 coming. And I think you guys should be looking forward to it as well. I think it's definitely going to be the ultimate VHF, UHF rig, especially considering Icom is pretty much giving us all everything that we want in that radio. And if you guys are going to sit there in the comments and complain about single sideband, go buy a 7100. But anyways, guys, if you are excited for the 5200 coming up soon, which we should see, I'd imagine by August, maybe by Tokyo Ham Fair, drop a comment below and let me know what your thoughts are on the rig. Until then, 73s.